In this video I'm going to show you how to make this delightful card. It's got a little peekaboo envelope. The envelope doesn't cover all of it, so if you're sending this through the post you will need another envelope as well, obviously. But let's open this up and see what we've got inside. We've got this beautiful, beautiful card that when you pop it up like this, you've got this 3D scene of the flower shop and a flower tree and a box of flowers and a bucket of hydrangeas and a watering can, and then at the front you've got this little tag tied with a ribbon, and you've got this little tag here that you can use to write on, and that lives in there like that. So that's the card. It looks really, really lovely. Beautiful in 3D, and it would make a beautiful display piece as well. It's a sort of card you're not going to want to put down after the occasion. So come with me and let's see how it's made. So here we go then. I'm excited. I've got my pieces cut out. These pieces I'm going to pop to one side for the moment. This is the main structure of the card, and all these other little bits and pieces here we'll need. Now I'm printing on 250 and I've reverse printed both pages. Now I'm using my Cricut to cut these. These are PNG files, so they'll go straight into your Cricut. You won't have to cut any background out. But I always reverse print first. Just open those out, reverse print 2 sheets, and then go into my Cricut to cut the rest of the pages. If you're cutting by hand, absolutely fine. Proceed as you normally would. Right, this piece here, I am going to begin. You get out of my way for a minute. I'm going to begin by scoring where that straight edge comes up onto an angle here. It is a slightly different colour, but it's rather difficult to see. So I think what I'll do is I'll pop that up that way so that I know that I'm nice and straight and everything's going to be at 90 degrees. Line that up. This one's going to be trickier. I'll turn it over. Get that little bit of grass out of the way. And then these two cut lines, you can see there's a darker line there for you to follow, and there's one here as well that just runs up the side of the house to the top of that rose there. So that's that piece. These two pieces here are integral to our design, so we might as well score those now. Well, that's all we need to do for now. We've got these two pieces here and these pieces here that we're going to need. Right, I'm going to begin by folding this piece inwards. A little bit of this rose here will fold as well. I love it with the stripes, it looks really cute. And these little tabs at the end here are going to fold inwards as well. These pieces I'm going to, doesn't matter if they go in front or behind, does it? Yeah, I'll go behind, that's fine. And the same with this one. There, and now I can apply a little bit of glue to, I'm just going to go on one side for now. I think I am, maybe I'll do both. No, I'll just go one side so I can fiddle about, because as usual I've made this design and I know all my measurements and things are right, but I've never actually made a card of this type, so I'm prototyping live as usual. Right, now I'm going to position one of these pieces kind of around here. We've got 2 panels that are going to sit. I want to try and explain this to you so that it makes sense when you come to put yours together, rather than just blindly following me. This piece is going to sit at the front like this. So you've got this depth here, and you've got 2 panels to sit inside there. So this hopefully will make more sense now. So I'm going to position this fairly close to the top of that line there, not right at the top. So I think if I go about there, and I'm looking to make it straight so I can line it up with the bottom of my house there. And then I've got this piece to glue about here. So I'm dividing this section into thirds, roughly. So they're going to sit there like that. And now I can pop glue onto these two sections here, onto these two little tabs. I can let those go tacky, but I'm going to crack on and do it. And then I can bring this page down over here and just press that down. And that will then work for me. I'll let that dry for a minute. And now you can see when I come to open this up, I've got this structure that stands up straight. And also, now then I wonder, and also squashes down. I wonder if I've done that a bit low actually, because when I come to put this piece on, my other pieces are going to have to stick down here. Yeah, I've done these a bit low. I'm going to take these off whilst I've still got time, guys. I'm making mistakes so you don't have to. You're welcome. And I'm going to stick these a bit higher. I'm going to go level with that bit there so that when this is on, my pieces aren't lost behind this section. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you like watching me make a mess so that you don't have to. It's helpful, I think. You know, you can see the potential problems. Let me have a look at that when that's closed. You see, now that might be a little bit high. I'll go a little bit lower. So I'm level with the bottom of the door there. There we go. That's a good indicator for you. Level with the bottom of the door. And I'll pop this one on. So I've divided this strip here into about 3. I can line those up nicely. And then I can go on here. A little bit more glue. And I can do that. And I think that's going to work better for us. And now, not only do we have a tutorial video, but we have some deep understanding of how these things work. It's all good. There we go. That's better. I'm happier with that, I think. Yeah, that should work quite well. Let's see, shall we? Let's see. So yeah, so now I've got this structure that folds flat, but also makes me this nice 3D form as well when it's standing up straight. So I can do the same here. I'm going to glue on these tabs here, these two little end tabs. Spread that about a little bit so it goes tacky quicker. And then I'm going to stick this panel here on the top. So I can do that when it's squished flat. Come on, squish down. There we go. Pop that on. Make sure it's nice and level. Look, I've done it. That looks good. That looks really cool. Now, I've got these two panels here to stick on the sides. You don't have to stick those on if you want. They're just little decorative extras. I'm going to pop those on. Squish it this way. Oh look, why isn't that folding flat that way? It's around. There we go. Got it, got it, got it. Yeah, just test everything sitting flat as you go. Bend it both ways. And this little panel goes on here. It looks gorgeous. I love these colours. And there we are. There's our little shape taking shape nicely. So these pieces here, these 5 little pieces here, are designed to stick on these little panels. So you can be free with these now. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a little bit of glue to the bottom of all bar 1, because I've got this idea that you've got a choice of 3 sentiments here. I'm going to put with love down here. And I was going to stick that flat on, but what I could do is make a little tiny pocket out of it So I could then pop one of these and it could be a little tag, because goodness me, I can't get away from the junk journaling mindset that I have. So yeah, just have a play about with these pieces and decide where you want to put them. I know that I want my little rose tree. I think it's a rose tree. Yes, it is. To go in the corner over here. So I'm just sticking that on my rear layer there. And just fold, just check that everything's going nicely for you and that you've got it straight. That's helpful. There you go, that looks good. And I've got my box of flowers here, which I think I'll pop at the back. I think I'll go at the back with that one as well. Pop that down there. And I've got my, oh, this is looking so cool. And then I've got my little basket of tulips. So a little bit of glue at the bottom. Again. And stick that kind of, I'm going to go kind of centrally with that, I think. Am I? Because I've still got my watering can. No, I've got it wrong. I was going to use this one as my tag at the bottom. And I was going to pop these little guys over here because this one doesn't take up much room, so I can get them both on. That's what I'm doing. So I'm sticking my watering can on the nearest strip to me now. Just like that, get him nice and straight. And then I'm going to pop my hydrangeas. I guess I can pop that at the outer edge. I'm trying to stagger things so that you can see things behind things. You can see the layers going on behind. Just check that that all folds both ways, and it does, and it looks absolutely blooming adorable. And this one, I can rub the glue off the back because this collal glue is good for that. This one I'm going to make a little pocket to go on the bottom. So I'm going to glue 3 sides. And pop this in place. Down here, I can squish that flat to do that, can't I? There, and then my tulip is going to go in there like a little tag. And I've also got this tiny little bibbidi bob here, and I'm going to go the extra mile, and I'm going to get my crocodile and my little doofers. I'll go for gold, I think. I'll make myself a hole in here, close to the top as I can. Hopefully I've got it all in. Yes, just. And I'll make me a little, very close to the edge there. It's a very tiny tag. It's sweet. And press that, only just got it on, look. But that'll be nice now. And I'll make, shall I make another hole, or shall I just tie that with ribbon? I could just make that into another little tiny tag, couldn't I, to go on the front? You've got options to play, and that's important to me, that you can do that. That would be very nice as a little tag on there, wouldn't it, with a bulb pin or a little bit of ribbon. Shall I make another hole in here? Can I? I don't think I can. Yes, no, I can't. I can't get this in anymore. I could do it upside down, taking a bit of a risk. Shall I take a risk? If you want to do that, of course, you can make your hole first. Go on. I'm going for it, and I hope I don't regret it. Let's see if I can get another eyelet through here. Oh yes, I can. Whether I can get the machine in there, get it the right way round. Look at that, like a champ. So now I've got my 2 little things there. I need a bulb pin. Found a bulb pin, decided not to go bulb pin, I think. I've decided to go ribbon, and I've also got these as well. Look at that. That would be really nice maybe somewhere. But I'm getting carried away now. The tutorial video is about how you construct this thing. The little bits and bobs you do extra and additional to that are completely up to you, and obviously it will depend on what little bits you've got in your stash. But I think I'm going to go ribbon. I just want to see something nice and pretty on there, and the ball pin I felt wasn't quite doing it. So let's see what we look like when we tie some ribbon on. There we go, that'll do nicely. So there's my little bow and my little tag on there. I've got my little tag. I could write on that, couldn't I? That's a nice idea to write on there. And there we have it. That's your 3D pop-up card. Now then, I would like to measure that for you so you can see. Now I've done this on Cricut's print and cut feature. There's no envelope that comes with it, so you may want to know. We're just under 5 inches there, and we're going to be about 5.5 inches that way. So there you go, that's what size envelope you're going to need if you're cricketing. But what we do also have here is this little half envelope, a little house if you will, to put our card into, and the card will sit out over the top. I can only get so much on a on a sheet of paper. So there's my little scores for that. Now, I was kind of hoping that I'd have one of these pieces left over, but I haven't. I've used them all in this. This is beautiful. I'm so happy with it. It looks really, really cool, and you can move it about and see what's going on behind. Let's crack on with this. I was up till 2:30 this morning designing this, and I've been longing to put it together. There's my glue. I've got a little thumb cut space in the front there, which is nice. There, and there is my my little envelope. I've got a couple more sentiments here that I could use if I want to. I don't think I want to. I think I'm just going to leave that blank for the name there. So there's my little envelope. It's not designed to enclose the whole thing. You've got some peekaboo over the top, but let's pop this in so we can see the total effect with the envelope in place. And that's it. There is your pop-up flower shop card in its half envelope, its little peekaboo envelope. So when you open it up, you've got this squished card, and you can open that up. It'll sit beautifully on a shelf, a mantelpiece, something like that. It's the sort of card you're not going to want to put down after the occasion. It's lovely. I hope you like that. Enjoy making it, and I will see you again soon.